Hey everybody, welcome back. This is Tim again with AMZ Fusion. Today we're going to talk about ROI and PM profit margin. Um, when you should use them, why you should use them, was one better than the other? And this is, I'm going to warn you, this is a lot of people have differing opinions on this, and my opinion is just my opinion. I think it works really well. That's why it's my opinion. But not everybody agrees. So let's talk about it. First off, what is ROI? Return on investment is what it stands for. So the idea is to figure out if I put in $10 into my business and I get $2 in profit, what is my return on investment? So ROI is the profit divided by your investment. So $2 divided by $10 is 20%. So profit margin, on the other hand, is affected by the sales price. So profit margin is your is your profit divided by the sales cost. So let's not use the exact same numbers. So say you sell a product for $100 and you make a $20 profit. The calculation is the same. It's 20 divided by 100, which is 20%. And so how does that differ from ROI? Well, if I invested $10 to buy this product and I make $20, my ROI is 200%, but my profit margin is only 20%. So there's a lot of bigger businesses out there that love to calculate based off of margin, and that's okay. You know, everybody likes margin because it's quick and easy numbers. So you could say, hey, if I'm averaging 10% margin and I have $100,000 in sales, then I made $10,000 in profit, because you would multiply your total sales divided by or multiplied by your profit margin and you get your profit. So everybody loves that number just because it's quick and easy to understand. So again, if I made $3 million in sales with a 20% margin, then I can say, well, 3 million times 20% is 600,000. So I made $600,000 in profit. Gross profit, net profit, I don't know. That's your business. But they love that number because that's an easy calculation and you can make those calculations. When you have ROI, ROI is completely independent of your total sales. So if you have $3 million in sales, there's no way you can simply calculate your ROI. And so it's hard to see how well your business is doing based off of ROI. So what do we do in our business? We calculate both. So we actually calculate ROI is how we purchase our products. So let's just come in here to Amazon and we'll find something. Here we go. So let's just pop open the Chrome extension here. So this product is $8.64. Let's just say, assume we could get this for $2. So when you put in a cost of $2, it says we're going to make a profit of $2.35, which is 118% return on my investment, or a 26% margin. So again, we prefer to use ROI. I want to know, if I'm putting my money in, how much money I can expect out. And when you calculate strictly based on margin, you can quasi-calculate that, but it's very flexible on the buy box. And there's a couple of cases where profit margin might totally mess with your calculations. So again, if I put in $2 in this product and I can make $2.35, I'm returning 118% of my money. So I put in $2, I get $4.35 out. I have just over doubled my money. If you look at profit margin, though, it's in relation to the sale price. So again, if this sells for $8.64, I'm going to get a 26% profit off the $8.64. In our mind, my mind, it's much harder to calculate based off of margin, but there's very large sellers out there that always shoot. Scott Needham was a great guy, and they were always trying to shoot for a 20% margin. And again, the problem with my mind is that margin is dependent on the sales price. And I understand that ROI is also based on the sales price, but let me just show you a product. All right, so let's try a laundry detergent. Now, I'm going to have to find a good example here. Where's one that's kind of looks expensive? Here we go, this Tide. Okay. So at Amazon's price, if Amazon's selling, you're probably never going to make any money. So we're going to have to make some theoretical calculations here. But okay, so Just say I could get this for $4. So that is a 17% margin or 83% return on my investment. And if you have strict rules saying, no, I only buy products that make 20% margin, you would throw this product out. You would not buy this product. I, on the other hand, am using ROI. I would buy this product all day. Because if I could put $4 in and get $3.30 profit all day long, and then you look at these products with the rank of 89, it's absolutely insane. Obviously, this one's never going to work because you're competing against Amazon. This is selling 10,000 units a month. But there's products out there like this that are sometimes not going to be advantageous when you use a profit margin calculation versus a ROI. The opposite can be true when you have really small light products. Sometimes you're going to see that those small light products only make $1, and that's only like 15% margin, but your cost was 50 cents. And so, yeah, I'll take 100%, 200% ROI all day long, especially if it sells fast. It's light, it's small, it's easy to ship in. And so this is where ROI and margin like conflict. So again, I think ROI is important when you make purchasing calculations and stuff like that. If I put in my money, if I have $10,000 to buy product, how much money can I expect out? If I put in $10,000, I'm shooting for a 25% ROI. I can get $2,500 in profit out. But if you're shooting for a 20% margin, you're going to disregard some of the big products. You're going to disregard some of the small products, even though they sell really well and they make great money. Especially, again, return on your investment makes great money. So when do you use ROI? Again, I'm a firm believer in using ROI when you calculate your profits. If you were to calculate only margin, you're going to disregard a lot of products that can turn over a lot of money just because it didn't quite meet your margin criteria. And we use profit margin when we look at our big numbers. So in our software, just at Fusion, when we look at our financials, say we're running a 15% margin. Well, we did $4 million last year in sales, we'll call it. And so if I know I have a 15% margin, I can quickly say, okay, $4 million times 15%, I think that's what, 600,000, right? So I can quickly calculate or estimate the profit, and that's gross profit. There's tons of expenses, but we can see the gross profits very quickly and track how our business is doing. If we were to have $4 million in sales and you would say, how much money did you make when you calculate ROI? Impossible. Without software and everything like that, it's just absolutely impossible to calculate because you would have to know every single product and what the ROI was on every single sale. So again, profit margin is great when we look at big numbers, and I will always suggest that you keep track of your profit margin. You need to understand, is that margin going up or down? And 1% margin is a huge amount. When you start talking $1 million in sales, $2 million, $5 million in sales, 1% is tens of thousands of dollars in profit by just keeping that 1%. So again, a lot of companies out there, they like margin. I think in the corporate world, everybody likes to talk about margin. And depending on it, like e-commerce is a little bit different. When you have retail sales and stuff like that, ROI is something you can really calculate. But if you were a software company like we are, like I can't say, hey, I put in $10,000 in software and I got out X amount of money. It doesn't work like that because we have labor. That's our cost. So, but I know with retail products, physical products, you can say, I have $5,000 or $10,000 to buy product with, and this is kind of my expectation. Based on my return on my investment, I can expect this kind of returns. When we use profit margin again, you're just going to disregard products that are probably good just because they didn't fall in that criteria and miss out on a lot of good products. So hopefully that was helpful. This is probably more for the new people, but if you're using profit margin, maybe you should consider ROI, or maybe you should throw my advice out the window. It's up to you. But like I said, ROI is our favorite calculation when it comes to purchasing products. Profit margin is what we use to calculate our overall profits and kind of track how our business is doing overall. So, all right, guys, hopefully that was helpful. Hopefully it'd bring you a little bit of value every day into your Amazon business. Subscribe, like down below, and we'll see you tomorrow. All right, thanks. Bye.